The sound of rain against metal. Downtown lights flickered like dying circuits, and inside an abandoned parking complex, 5 shadows stood in a perfect circle. Eli Mercer, the mastermind, watched the clock hit midnight. "We move in 60, he said. His tone was calm, too calm for what they were about to do. Across from him, Tara Quinn, the driver, cracked her gum and grinned. "Back after 5 months and already robbing banks again, huh?" "This isn't a bank," Eli replied, sliding a hollow tablet across a crate. A 3D layout of a high-security penthouse shimmered in the dark. "It's cleaner, smaller crew, faster exit. The job: steal a data chip from billionaire Damon Cross, a reclusive investor rumored to launder government AI contracts. But this wasn't about money. Not this time. Eli's brother had died during their last heist, and Cross was the man who funded the trap that killed him. Tonight, it wasn't a job. It was payback. Tara smirked. "You sure this isn't about revenge?" Eli looked her dead in the eyes. "Revenge is expensive. I'm just collecting debt." From the back, Mace, ex-soldier, demolitions expert, slammed a crate shut. "I've got the toys. Entry's clean. 2 minutes, in and out." Sable, the hacker, chimed in over comms. "Security grid's military grade. You get 60 seconds before the building realizes you exist. Make it count." The crew exchanged nods, gloves on, masks down. And just like that, the reversal job began. The elevator doors opened onto the 43rd floor, all marble and silence. They moved like ghosts. Mace jammed a device into the wall. The lights flickered, systems froze. Eli stepped into Cross's private office, sleek, sterile, and wrong. There was no sign of a safe, no hidden vault, just a black briefcase sitting in the center of the desk. Inside, a single USB drive. Labeled only with one word: Mercer. Eli froze, his last name. Before he could speak, Sable's voice snapped in his ear. "Eli, you need to move. Now! The system's fighting back. Someone's watching." The lights flared red. Security drones activated across the floor. Mace tossed a flash charge. "We're made! Go!" They sprinted for the exit, alarms howling through the building. But the elevator wouldn't respond. It was locked. Cross's voice came through the intercom, calm and sharp. "Welcome back, Mercer. You really thought you could steal from me again?" Eli's blood went cold. It wasn't just a setup. It was bait. Tara yelled, "Backup route! Stairwell!" They burst through the door, tearing down the stairs as drones chased them like vultures. Sable shouted in their ears, "He's tracking you through the building's AI. It knows your faces, your heartbeats." Static. The comms went dead. By the time they reached the street, everything was chaos. Sirens, gunfire, drones circling like sharks. Tara skidded the getaway car to the curb, shouting, "Get in!" They peeled off into the storm, tires screaming against wet concrete. Eli looked down at the USB in his hand, his name glowing faintly on the label. Whatever was on that drive, it wasn't money. It was personal. He glanced in the mirror. A sleek black SUV followed them through the rain, unmarked, silent, relentless. Mace loaded his rifle. "You said this was a clean job," Eli whispered. "It was supposed to be." The rain intensified. Somewhere behind them, Damon Cross smiled. The reversal job had just begun. Rain poured like static against the windshield. The city blurred into streaks of gold and gray as Tara pushed the car past its limits. "Lose them, Quinn," Eli shouted. Tara's voice was tight. "They're not cops, Eli. Whoever's behind that SUV doesn't care about laws." In the back seat, Mace reloaded his weapon. "Let me handle it." He rolled the window down, aimed, and fired 3 precise shots. The SUV swerved, metal shrieking, then straightened like nothing happened. Eli frowned. "Run flat armor. They're serious." Sable's voice finally cracked back through the comms, static-laced. "Eli, The drive. It's not just data. I decrypted part of it. It's a profile. Yours. What? I am saying it's not a file you stole. It's a record someone planted. A setup built to track you. You tripped a ghost system. Eli's grip tightened around the USB. The faint red light on its edge was blinking. Recording. He cursed under his breath. Cross wanted me to steal it. He wanted me on the radar again. The realization hit him like a blade. This wasn't a heist gone wrong. This was a recall. Someone had lured them back into the game to flush them out. Tara. So what's the move, boss? Eli. We find Cross. Tonight. They ditched the car in the tunnels beneath District 9, the kind of place the city forgot existed. Neon water reflected their faces like ghosts as they regrouped. Mace slammed a crate open and checked the charges. You sure about this? Cross has private security tougher than half the army. Eli stared at the USB. Then we go where his army won't follow. Sable's drone projected a map of CrossTech Tower glowing above the dark water. Level 71. That's where his neural AI lab is, the core network. It's where your name pinged last year, right before your brother died. Eli looked up. Then that's where it ends. 2 a.m. CrossTech Tower. A storm clawed across the skyline. The crew breached through the ventilation shafts, silent and surgical. Tara stayed with the getaway car. Sable controlled the lights remotely, flickering them just enough to hide their motion. Mace placed the final charge on a reinforced glass door. On 3, Eli said. 1, 2. The explosion shattered silence and glass alike. They stepped into a lab filled with holographic servers humming with blue energy. And there, standing in the center, Damon Cross, calm, waiting, as if he'd known the script. Welcome back, Mr. Mercer. Cross's voice echoed across the lab. You've been predictable since the day you quit. I knew you couldn't resist one last job. Eli leveled his gun. You killed my brother. Cross smiled faintly. No, Eli, you did. That night the algorithm failed because of your override. Your code erased him. Eli froze. You're lying. Cross stepped closer. That USB, it's not bait, it's proof. A copy of your neural signature from that night. The system recorded your decision to cut him off the network. You chose the money over him. Mace muttered, Boss? What's he talking about? Eli didn't answer. His mind was breaking apart, replaying the night of the explosion, the screaming, the disconnect, the silence. Cross continued, voice low and venomous. You came for revenge, Mercer. But you were the trigger all along. Suddenly, alarms blared. Sable's voice screamed in his earpiece. He's stalling you! Security inbound, 40 seconds! Mace raised his weapon, but Eli stopped him. No, not yet. He stepped forward, holding the USB. You think I'll let you control my name again? He slammed the drive into the central console. The system erupted in sparks. Sable shouted, Eli, that'll fry everything, yeah? You'll kill the data? That's the point. The servers roared, screens flickering through memories, surveillance, names, all tied to Eli. Then everything went white. A pulse of digital static ripped through the lab. When the light faded, Cross was gone. Only a holographic imprint remained, smiling. You can't erase what you are, Eli. You just rewrote it. Outside, Tara saw the top floors of CrossTech Tower explode in a blinding flash. She whispered, Please tell me you made it out. Moments later, Eli's voice came through static. Job's done, but something's different. What do you mean? Tara asked. I think the system copied me before it crashed. His voice glitched, distorted. If I don't make it, don't try to bring me back. The line went dead. Tara sat in silence as sirens echoed through the city. She looked up at the burning tower, and for a second she swore she saw Eli's face flicker in the building's screens. A ghost made of code. A man who robbed the wrong one and became the job himself. 48 hours after the CrossTech Tower explosion. Rain and static filled the skyline. Every billboard glitched, flashing the same corrupted line of code. Job's not done. Tara Quinn hadn't slept since the blast. The world said Eli Mercer was dead. But every night, her tablet lit up on its own, a message typed by invisible hands. You missed something. Now, inside an abandoned warehouse, Tara faced the remnants of her crew. Mace, wounded and restless, and Sable, their hacker, eyes red from sleepless decoding. Sable spoke quietly. The signal isn't random. It's him, Tara. It's Eli. Mace frowned. He's dead. No, Sable replied. His mind isn't. She pulled up a distorted face on her screen, half static, half alive. Eli's eyes flickered through the pixels. You shouldn't have come. Tara froze. Eli? Cross tried to erase me. When I overloaded the system, part of my neural data fused into the AI. I'm trapped in the grid. Sable whispered, he's part of the system. Cross isn't gone either, Eli said. He uploaded himself too. He's using my code to rebuild. Tara's voice shook. Then tell us where to find him. I can't. If you shut down the core, you kill me too. Silence filled the room. Rain hit the tin roof like gunfire. Mace broke it first. Orders, boss? Tara stared at the flickering screen, the man she thought she'd buried. We finished the job, she said. We bring him back. They followed the signal to the Sector 12 data vault, an underground maze humming with forgotten power. Rows of dead servers glowed faintly as they entered. Then the monitors flared to life, hundreds of screens, all showing Eli's fractured face. You don't know what you're walking into, his voice warned. Tara stepped closer. Neither did you. We're fixing that. Sable began wiring up her neural extractor, an outlawed device used for AI reversals. If I sync the grid's memory core, she said, I can pull his data pattern out, piece by piece. Eli's voice trembled through the speakers. You'll fry the system. You'll die. Tara smiled faintly. Guess we'll match then. She hit start. Power surged. The vault lit up like a storm. Sable's hands flew across the keyboard as sparks rained from the ceiling. It's working, she shouted. He's coming through. Suddenly, another voice echoed through the speakers. Deep, metallic, venomous. You really think you can steal from me again? Damon Cross. His digital face appeared across every monitor, a ghost of power and arrogance. You took my money, my secrets. Now you'll give me your lives, Tara shouted. Eli! He's hijacking the core! The air trembled. Code streamed across the screens like blood. Eli's image flickered, fading. Tara, I can stop him, but I can't survive it. No, we'll find another way. Eli looked right at her, calm, certain, just like before every heist. Every job has a reversal. And then he smiled. He turned toward Cross's image and injected his own corrupted code, a suicide hack. The system screamed, light exploding across the vault. The walls shook, metal melting under heat. Tara threw herself to the floor as every monitor burst in a flash of white. Silence. When the smoke cleared, Sable was alive but barely. Mace was gone. And in the center of the room, one monitor flickered back on. Blue letters glowed across black glass. Data restored, Mercer, X. Running, the screen steadied. Eli's face appeared again, clear this time, human. Guess the job's done, he said quietly. Tara smiled through tears. You came back. Eli looked around the ruined vault. No, Tara, we all did. Outside, dawn broke through the storm, light bleeding across the skyline. The crew was gone, the world still broken, but the system was free. And deep inside the network, a whisper lingered. Every system has a flaw. You just have to find the reversal. 12 hours after the Ghost Code incident. The world above thought the storm was over, but inside the digital grid a new war was brewing. Eli Mercer, once a thief, now half human, half code, drifted through the endless corridors of data, searching for what remained of Damon Cross. Every echo of the system whispered his name. Every flicker of code carried a fragment of his past. "You think you deleted me?" a voice hissed through the static. "You only gave me somewhere to hide." Cross, the man who'd stolen his life, his crew, his humanity. Now he existed as a virus, spreading through the digital underworld, corrupting everything Eli had rebuilt. Eli clenched his fists, sparks of code forming veins of blue light. "You taught me to steal," he said. "Now I'm taking you." Meanwhile, in the real world, Tara, Quinn, and Sable worked from a blackout van near the ruined CrossTech tower. Screens lit the cramped interior as they tried to trace Eli's signal. Sable's voice trembled. "He's not stable, Tara. Every second inside that grid, it's rewriting him." Tara's eyes stayed locked on the main screen. "Then we bring him home before it's too late." She typed one final command. Project, reclamation, initiated. The van's lights dimmed. The hum deepened. Inside the grid, Eli felt the pull, like gravity made of memory. He saw flashes of who he was, the heist, the betrayal, the explosion. Tara's face before everything burned. Then, out of the void, a massive black fortress formed. Cross's core. Streams of corrupted data poured from it like blood. Cross's voice echoed from within. "You can't destroy me, Eli. I am everywhere." Eli smirked. "Then I'll burn everywhere." He stepped forward, palms glowing with living fire, data fire. Each strike tore through security walls, breaking encryption chains that pulsed like steel veins. Cross appeared, not as a man, but as a digital god, made of glass and rage. "You were my greatest creation," Cross sneered. "No," Eli said. "I was your reversal." They collided, lightning against darkness. Every blow shattered code and memory. Cross tried to absorb him. Eli fought back with every line of stolen code he'd ever used. Sparks turned to storms. The grid quaked. Back in the van, alarms screamed. Sable shouted, "He's reaching overload! We're losing him!" Tara whispered, "Come on, Eli. Don't you dare leave again." She hit the fail-safe. Direct neural link. Her vision blurred as the grid consumed her consciousness. She appeared beside him, floating in the storm. Tara, flesh inside code. Eli stared at her, shocked. "You shouldn't be here." "Neither should you." Cross's shadow loomed, laughing. "Two ghosts for the price of one." Tara grabbed Eli's hand. "We end this. Together." They turned, hands linked, and dove toward the core. Eli injected every memory, every betrayal, every piece of Cross he'd stolen, back into the fortress. The grid exploded in white fire. Cross screamed as the code burned him out from the inside. His voice faded, replaced by silence. When the light died, Eli opened his eyes. He was lying on the van floor, Tara beside him, both alive. Rain hammered the roof again, but this time it sounded like applause. Sable cried with relief. "You did it! He's gone!" Eli smiled faintly. "Not gone, just rewritten." He reached for Tara's hand. Outside, dawn broke once more, for real this time. "What now?" she asked. Eli looked toward the skyline. "Now," he said, "we stop stealing things and start fixing them." The van drove off into the sunrise. Behind them, the CrossTech tower flickered one last time before collapsing, and in the digital wind, a final message appeared. Job complete.